I want to start by asking you three powerful questions. Okay, so are you struggling to deal with your emotions, with what is happening inside yourself, and are you really pushing them down? That sounds familiar for you? So the second question is this effect of you being pushing down, like putting under the carpet your emotions, the stronger ones that arise, and sometimes you don't know how to deal with that, right? So is the effect of this really causing you physical issues? Like, are you having some hormonal imbalances? Are you having digestive, reproductive issues? Are you feeling exhaustion, tiredness? How is that experiencing right now? So that's how I want to start with these powerful questions for you to just think about, to you just what's going on inside yourself. So is this consequence of pushing down your emotions also creating conflicts in your intimate relationships? Can you resonate with that? How that feels? Do you feel that the effect of being pushing and pushing and pushing harder and harder, you're getting out of use, you're getting just tired, and you don't know how to do with this, how to deal, how to cope, right? So I just invite you to take a deep breath and just let's honor the journey that you went through, because you are the only who really knows how it's been your journey until now. And from my side, knowing my own journey and the journey of the woman I've been serving the last years of my life, dedicating to this beautiful work that I'm doing, it's been a journey. And every time I encounter a woman, it's such a powerful story of so much, but at the same time of so much struggle. So I just want to take a moment to honor that, because it's been my own journey. So I know, my dear, as a Latina, I know. So saying that, now I really want you to think about it. I'm sure you're being like trying to be proactive and trying to see different ways to cope with these emotions, feelings, situations, imbalances. So I'm sure you're being like trying to put more exercise in your life, maybe having a therapist to talk about it, maybe having some extra wine, extra shopping. We know we all have our own ways to cope, right? With what is happening inside ourselves and we don't know. But I just want you to see also the pattern. What is the pattern? Can you see how are you trying to fix or address these internal issues, emotional issues, conflicts that you're having in your relationship, in your workspace, with your coworkers, in your organization, whatever you are going through? Can you see that the way that you naturally have the tendency or the pattern to address this is trying to find external fixes, quick fixes? So is that a regular pattern? With something happen inside ourselves, and within that, the way to cope, it's seeking something external, right? It's just kind of the way we learn, or we've been training and programming. So, but do you think about that? What is happening inside yourself really? Do you really take time, effort to understand what is going on inside yourself? What is really happening inside this beautiful, juicy Latino feminine body? So I just want you to pause for a sec and just check. How much time do you spend trying to understand what is really going on inside your own skin? Because it's something that, at least we've been trained for doing this, we don't know. Nobody told us. And that's the huge thing that for me, it's a motivation to being here, doing what I'm doing. I'm sharing this information with you because information is power. And for me, it's been so life-changing to understand that we need to be able to understand how first our body, our feminine body works. And especially when we turn our awareness to what is happening in this feminine body, to turn to our awareness to a specific part of our feminine body, our womb area. Yes. So in our womb area, I don't know if you're aware, but are you aware that in your womb area, a whole human being can be created, right? So are you aware that without womb, there is no human baby? And even the only creatures in this world that has a womb is a female, right? So it can sound like a common sense. I know sounds like obviously it's just a female who has a womb and has the power to create another human being inside our own body, right? But we usually don't understand that in a deeper way. And that's what for me became a huge life-changing revelation when I was able to deeply understand it in my own journey. So this is so important because when you understand that inside your feminine body, inside your womb, there is this creative power force that can create life, that can create a whole human being. And not just once, twice, or how many you want. When you understand that that power is inside yourself, then you stop and you say, wow, so I do not need to seek power outside. And that's when the thing starts to get juicy and we start to get into the content. Welcome to the beautiful Latinas who are joining in and the ones who will be watching the replay. So now it's like we've been just kind of making an intro. So now we are getting to the juicy part, okay? So when we understand as a females, we have this creative force, this creative power inside our womb. We understand that we do not need to seek power outside in external sources. And that's very important. And I'm repeating myself because contrary to our male partners, contrary to the male, they do not have this power inside their bodies. So it's normal that they need to seek power outside somehow, right? But because we as women, being in a journey of awakening as a female leaders, because not long ago, even we didn't have rights to vote or even speak. And in so many countries, women cannot even like exercise the rights with freedom. So it's been not so long ago since these shifts of paradigms, and now we as women are rising in powerful leadership positions, right? But the missing piece the missing piece, and this is how the secret starts to reveal, the missing piece is that we've been followed as female leaders, we've been followed these stereotypes of how is to be a leader, because the leaders were male, were men. So this is when it starts. So we start to see, okay, at the beginning, we as women, we've been having another kind of jobs, another kind of tasks. And then when things start to change, not so long ago, I just want to be very clear also, not so long ago, the gap is still being very high between access to leadership positions for male and females, is still very high. So let's don't forget that also. So we start to see that the role models of a leader, the one who were in the top of the positions, the president, the vice president, the directors, the board, the managers, like all males. And we, long ago, when I start to go into this awakening of our own development and career and claiming our place as a leaders, we start as women, we start to follow the male stereotype of how to be a leader. So when we went to school, college, business school, whatever kind of training, is always under the lenses of the male view, how to be a leader as a male, because that was the only reference we had. So, and in that way, we start this competition, this race, in trying to get ascending in the corporate ladder, trying to get promoted, trying to get to the top, of course, trying to get these promotions, trying to be invisible, trying to be here, seen, acknowledged as leader, as important pieces in our team. But I don't know if you can pause also now and you check the main model, the main role you've been having. It was a female or it was a male? And even if it was a female, most probably is that was a female that was repeating a role from a male leader. And of course, we can follow male leadership style, because of course, coming back to the beginning, they do not have this power in their wombs. So they need to create different strategies. They need to be this pushy energy. They have their own style. And I'm not here to criticize, because that's the way they been doing it. And I always celebrate my precious male partner. And his style cannot be, sometimes like I cannot be in agreement with him, or I can be like, well, and then that's his style. And then is when I understand that we don't need to compete, right? So we need to be so aware that in order to rise as a powerful leader, in order to be here, to be seen and acknowledged as a powerful leader, we just need to befriend our feminine body. We just need to embody our feminine energy. We need to go back to tap into the wisdom, into the power, into the creative force that is inside our womb. Because from that place is that our speech became powerful. Is that we find that energy, that creativity to address the problems of our daily life with a different view. Connecting with our creative life force, we learn to do the things different. We do not need to keep doing the same things as a male leader. We need to stop that. And we need to understand that there is a different way, the feminine way. And we are, I know you've been hearing everywhere, is the rising of the feminine, is the rising of the feminine. And it's so obvious because things start to shift. A cycle is being ending and a new cycle is rising, appearing. And in this new cycle in which everything is changing, we have the huge responsibility as female leaders to be to embody that feminine energy and stop to follow male stereotypes of leadership. So I just want we take a deep breath also, because when we go back to this connection with our womb, with our power of source, I like to call it my source of power. What is my source of power? In the past, I used to think that my source of power was my career, to be honest, was my bank account, was all the things I was able to buy and the places I was able to travel and blah, blah, blah. But life put me in such a journey that everything changed. Everything changed. And I will share a little bit of my story. When I was working as corporate lawyer and the massive burnout that I had in 2015, when I left my career as a lawyer, I was experiencing like so much pain. I was so disconnected from my body to the point that I end up in an emergency room because I was such a terrible, terrible, terrible stomach ache. I was in so much pain in my stomach, in my womb area. I didn't know what's going on. Went to the emergency room. They start to run a lot of tests and they say, oh, you must be pregnant. I say, no, I didn't know that I'm not pregnant. Like, what's going on? Nobody couldn't understand until finally my mom is been working all her life with doctors and nurses. So she called to our kind of like a closest friend who was a doctor. And he came, and then in 1 second, because he knew me since I was a little girl, so he came, he touched my belly, and he asked me directly, how many days you didn't use the bathroom, Fiorella? And I said, what are you talking about? Yes. And I was, and he thought, can you remember when was the last time you was able to release your bowels? And I was like, I was so disconnected from my body that I even didn't knew that I was not going to do poo. Right? It can sound so disgusting maybe, but it is true. So this is just a little example of how I was so disconnected and I was working so hard. I was really pushing myself to be able to be recognized and here in this huge like a board of directors working for the insurance companies, the main insurance companies in Peru. And I was really trying my best because it was all male, maybe just one woman in the board. And I was having so much pressure on me and I was really struggling because no matter how much effort, never get like that recognition that I was also like looking for my work, right? And I don't know, but I completely forgot about so much of that. So like a basic like a needs of a human body. And this is just to show you how much we can disconnect from our bodies to the point that we don't listen our needs. And this is just like crazy because this creates so much imbalances and so much other diseases and pains, and then we are just like out of use, right? So this is a little bit of how I was in the past and all my journey that took me to travel around the world, like meet different kind of healers, powerful spiritual teacher, wise woman, really like female leaders in which I was able to, understand that their power was not coming from their careers, from their master degrees, from their PhD. Their power was coming from inside. And that's this number one secret that I wish I learned when I was in high school, that I wish that every single girl learned from high school, that as a female, as a woman, our source of power is our feminine body, is our womb. And from that place, when we learn to tap into the power of our womb, the energy of our womb, we start to awake and rise and shine from within through the out. And also very important, because if maybe like me, you are the first or second generation of women in your family that was able to have access to exercise their rights with freedom, have a voice, go college, have a job. So inside our womb, we carry a lot of wisdom, resilience from the women of behind us, from your mom, from your grandma. But also we need to be very aware that we carry a lot of trauma too. And that trauma plays their own song in our lives. And then we don't understand how is that we are having these experiences, right? Because that's the other part. The body keeps the score. So our body keeps the score of everything that happened to us and happened to my mother and happened to my grandmother. So when I am able to access to my source of power in my womb, I access also to all this knowledge, and I access to all this information, and healing happened not just for myself, it happened for my mom, for my grandma, for all the women of my lineage, for my whole family. So this is something that I wish every single woman understand, because it's our birthright to really go deep in this understanding, to learn, because this is a skill. As on any other skill that you learn, this is also a skill in which you can learn how to access to this, to your power source in your womb. And from that, perform your daily activities. From that, come and speak and perform, walk into the room with that confidence that is not coming from the knowledge you acquire from all these trainings that you did, from the masters, the PhDs. It's coming from something beyond that. And that's what it makes us powerful. And I know this is true because it served me so well and serves so well to the woman that I learned from. And here I'm just to also share what I've been learning in my own journey. So if you really want to rise as a blissed out Latina leader, coming from this place of fullness, we need to stop first following male stereotypes of leadership. We need to stop that. And we need to learn to befriend our feminine bodies and embody that feminine energy. Because I'm sure that if the struggles are you having, they are also showing up, not just in your workspace, in your career, they are also showing in your intimate relationships. And this is when it gets very, very, very important, because we want to be here, we want to be seen and being acknowledged, not just in our workspace, not just in our work, in our career, in the business we're running. we are also wanted to be seen and being heard and acknowledged by our partner, right? Because we all want to have this intimate relationship, be loved and treasured. And before that, long ago, I couldn't keep any healthy relationship. And now I'm really happily married to a beautiful man that supports me and sees me as this precious presence in his life. And I see him and honor him as a precious presence in my life, because now I embody it within myself and I know how to balance my feminine and masculine energy. So I'm not in competition with him anymore. I just allow, I just shine. And when I need to talk, and when I need to speak up, and when I need to come up, I just do it from this connection with my power source, with my womb. And when I speak, he listens. In the past, it was drama. I didn't know how to manage my emotions, okay, frustration after frustration, right? So I just want to make it short and not so like long, because I want to honor your time. I want to just stay for 30 minutes with you to share that, please, you need to understand that in order to be able to see, hear, and acknowledge as a powerful leader, you must to come back to your feminine body, befriend your feminine body, and learn how to access to your creative power source inside yourself, in your womb. And with that powerful energy that has the power to create a human being, believe me, you can heal yourself, you can heal your whole family, you can create harmonious, loving relationships in your workplace, with your partner, in your intimate relationships. So if you are truly ready to shift from feeling you are constantly pushing into a state of exhaustion, like getting out of use, and if you're ready to move to a place of really being able to be seen, heard, and acknowledged as the divine feminine leader you are in your workplace, in your career, in your life, in your inner relationships, intimate relationships, let's chat, my dear. Let's don't wait one more day, because what else needs to happen for you to take action? You need to take action now. This cannot keep leading one more day. It's not, again, a new year that will start and you are in the same. Because I know, as a Latinas also, we carry this trauma of not being able to ask for help or support, because we've been taught to suffer in silence, so much shame. Let's don't talk, let's keep it, let's keep the dirty laundry inside. No more. Let's chat, and I will, in this 30 minutes chat that I invite you to have with me, I will be so happy to map out for you a plan to look up, to see where you are now exactly, you, because this is very personalized, very intimate. So where are you now? What are your current struggles, and where you want to go, where you want to be? And I will be so delighted to map out this plan, how to take you from where you are now to where you want to be, right? So this is my gift for you, because I know that empowering a female Latina leader, the effect and the impact that it will create will be huge, because I know you will be impacting so many other women behind and around you. So I know if I do this, it's worth it. And this is the way I give back all the support, all the guidance, all these precious teachers that appear in my path to guide me, to put me in the place where I am right now. So let's go for it. Let's chat. Let's create this divine sacred map for you that will lead you into the most expansive, lit up version of yourself, full of bliss, with joy, because the bliss you are looking for, the joy you are looking for is not outside. Nothing outside will give it to you. It's inside. It's inside. We need to just learn to tap into and bring her out, because that's the way a female leader rise, as powerful and shiny and blissful, from the inside to the outside, because we have the power. Okay, so let's map out this divine guide for you. Let's have a chat. It will be a 30-minute chat. I will be offering to just get you exactly where you want to get. And then with that information, my dear, that's my motivation. Give you the information, then you can take informed decisions. Then you can decide what to do. But at least my job will be complete if I offer you and give you this map, and then you decide. So much love, and I will be so delighted and looking forward to chat with you. Bye bye.